Hey, Karanja James. This is your guy, Karanja James. It's a very good time, very nice time to be here. Don't take any time that you have, air in your lungs for granted, because no one knows how much time is left between you and your last day on earth. So I take this time very highly appreciated. This time is very precious than gold, precious than silver, precious than diamond. So this time we have is the best time we have to share the information I have. So right now, I know you are going through something. It's either you're happy or you're unhappy. Either you're going through stress or you're going through happy times. You are going through stuff right now. Maybe you're happy, but someone is crying. Maybe you hate yourself because you're dark. Someone hates himself because he's brown. Someone hates himself because he's hungry. Someone somewhere right now, he's hating himself, or he's in hospital because he ate too much. The same world, you know. Someone is in the hospital or has a case because he's so rich. Someone is so poor he cannot afford food. But I want us to focus on what builds a human being. A human being is built by the tough times. It said, diamonds sharpen all the metals, and only diamonds that can sharpen diamonds. So if you understand a blacksmith is someone who makes weapons. What happens in his career, his path? A blacksmith takes this metal, he has to shape it to this shape. So he makes sure that there is a process that it goes. And if this metal that's going through this metamorphosis, through this change, if the metal was a person, it would scream throughout its process. The same case, if you believe in God, God is putting you right through the process of becoming someone. The process, actually it said, the roots are very bitter, but the fruits, wow, they are very sweet. Some of you going to look for money until you are 40 years old, until you are 50 years old. And when you get that money, you get another stress of trying to maintain that money in circulation in your pocket. So life is not an ending story. Life is on and on and on. So if you're sleeping more than 6 hours, more than 8 hours, I don't know what you're doing with your life, unless you have made it. But if you have not made it, like me, you should be struggling with your life. You should put more effort, you should put more pain, because pain in human being is the best catalyst to push you. So don't hate the process, because it's a game. Someone told me prayers are paid, but those people who come to watch the game, they pay. So let you be paid, let you go through that pain. You know, the person who watches the ball, the audience just seated, nothing much is going through his head. He's just having good time. But the person who's praying, there are people who have lost their lives in the pitch, playing football, playing handball, playing volleyball, playing rugby, you know. So be a prayer in your life. Don't just sit there and watch your life deteriorate, you know. Do you know that there are people in your lineage, fourth, fifth generation, that they lost their life? They were slaves for you to be where you are right now. So don't waste this moment, because the generation that will come in the next future, they are going to curse you. So give all you can, because time is the most limited edition of any version of anything that you're going to come across. So don't waste your time, and make sure that you have a vision. If you have a vision, you are going through hardship. Like for me, I'm going through many things right now. Even if I'm talking to you right now, I'm going through deep shit. But I have to do this. This is part of my pain that I have to put in myself for me to go through it, so that in the future I'm going to be paid for what I'm going through today. So you must have a vision. And life is like traveling. If you have ever traveled, there is where you are today and where you want to become, what you want to become or where you want to arrive. What you want to become or where you want to become is called the destination. So there is the starting point right now, and there is the destination. In between, the people who have these maybe vision, some they lose it on their way. And sometimes I think to myself, I might put myself to thinking that if you find people dying before the age of 70, because that's what the Bible stipulates, is because two things. It's either you're too good or you're too bad. Because when a farmer goes into the garden, he picks the best fruit before even the harvesting time. So you are used as a catalyst for you to make sure that other people can learn from you. That's my own thinking. This has never been written anywhere. So it's either you're too good, that the farmer, the owner of the farmer, the person who put us on this planet has come and has found you that you are the best version that you can be. And that's why if you have all you can, then you're plucked out. Or you are a weed. You are a weed that you must be taken out for other people to live. But in the same Bible it's written, let all the good and the bad grow together. You know, at the time of harvest, there will be picking for grading. So there is you right now, and there is the destination you want to arrive. If you are traveling through road, most of us usually have that picture of where you are going in your mind. Let's say where you are right now, you are not at your homes or your parents' home, you are traveling there. So when you're starting, when you're planning your journey, you have that picture in your mind. So where I am today is not where my parents are, but if I want to visit them, I have to have that picture in my mind. I have to tell myself, you know, I'm going to take this route, I'm going to take this flight, I'm going to take this transport means of transport, either it's by train or by road. I'm going to take a bicycle, I'm going to take a ride on a motorcycle or a tricycle. You know, you have that in mind, and when you're planning that, you have the clear picture in your mind. And then if you don't have what is needed like fare, you have to get that thing first. If you want to travel and there's some money that is needed, you have to have that in your pocket. You have to plan for that first. So when you're starting a business, when you want to arrive at this destination, first of all, you have to plan your mindset. You have to have a clear picture in your mind, and you have to make sure that you practice, you have what is needed, like the money, if you have to change clothes, if you have to put that in your access. So you have, if the money that is needed, it's either you can sell or you have it somewhere, or if you don't have anything of the sort, you can use your faith. There are people who just walk by faith, and if you tell your mind that you're going to reach certain destination, and if your destination is clear in your mind, nobody can stop you. Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you cannot walk, crawl. You know, if you cannot walk, crawl. If you cannot run, walk. If you cannot fly, run. So either way, if you put one foot in front of the other, and you're going at the same destination, and you take a means of transport, which is maybe by bike or by road or by a tricycle, at a given time, each of us is going to reach at that destination. Either you walk or you drive. Anyway, if time is not a factor to be considered. So wherever you do, if you have all these things to prepare you to your destination. You have to put all those that needed in your access. Some of us are very wrong to sit down and wait until you have everything. If you don't have, let's say if you're starting a company, you want to see a company here, and you're right here, and you don't have all those things that are needed, then you have a mind that is put in your mind to make sure that you're able to plan. If you don't have money to register your company, and you want to register a company, make sure that it trades, it sells these things. You have a mind to think for yourself that I can go to a person who has a company, assist this guy in making money, I'm making sales. When I get this money, I get that money through assisting another person, and you invest that money for your own. That's a mind. Then from there, it's going to take time. You start building yourself to the destination. There's a person who was born with a silver spoon. He has everything. He just needs to ask for 1 million in whichever currency from his home or his parent or his guardian, and he goes and registers everything, and he has everything at his hand, at access. But in a certain time, that person who has money and you doesn't have money, you have a vision, is able to prepare you that in a certain time, not the same time, in a certain time, each of one of you is going to reach at that destination. So when you have a vision, there are things. So let me use this case scenario, or say a scenario case, that you are here and you're going home at your parents. So there is this distance. Let me tell you, that distance is not a straight line. It's not straight. So there is ups and downs. And let me tell you, if you're walking on this road, there's been many people who have lost their life. If you're traveling by air, if you're traveling by road, for me, if I want to go to my parents, I'll travel through road. I'm going to use buses and trains, And I have had people having accidents in those roads that I'm going to use. But that does not make me start my own journey. I hope you're getting me. So what I'm trying to mean is, between where you are right now and where you want to get, that is destination, there are very many factors. And you're not guaranteed, because life is not a guaranteed part of package. It's either you are risking or you are risking. There's no other way. It's either you risk, and the greater the risk, the more the reward. So between where you are and where you want to go, there is work done. There's a plan, and it's not always a straight line. It's always ups, down. Sometimes there is rain, sometimes the car is stuck, sometimes the car crashes. There are very many things that can happen. But if you have faith and you know what you are doing and you trust yourself, none of those things that you're going to meet on the road, they are going to stop you. And actually, this pain you get between your destination and where you are, they are going to shape you to your destiny. The more problems you encounter, the more deep shit you are, and it's going to make sure that you have that what is needed. The nature is very just. The nature is very just. It's going to make sure that you are trained. It's going to make sure that you are trained until you reach the destination. The world, the nature is going to reward until you get what it wants you to get. So if you're going through pain, just sit back and relax and know, why am I going through this pain? What can I get that's going to assist me in the next journey, the next phase of my life, or the next phase of my relationship, or the next phase of my business, or the next phase of my life. You have to get a clear mind of where you are, why you are going through it, and how you can achieve what you want. So then there's this thing between your location right now and your destination. There are people that you're going to meet in between, and that's what many people have been telling you. Make sure those people who surrounds you are being where you are, they are where you want to be, because they are going to guide you. Because remember this and remember this, 80% of the success that you're going to have is going to run across how you relate to people. If you relate good to people, you're going to get there. So if you are so bad in anything, you can start, if you want to know how to talk to people, you can start reading books, understand. There's this book I used to read, it's a very good book. It's told, its title is How to Win and Influence People by Dale Carnegie or something. So that book is very good. It's going to assist you how you can influence or persuade. Because the money you want right now, it is in someone's pocket, but you have to provide the value and the destination and where you are for you to understand all the metrics that are needed, all the skills that are needed between point A and your destination. You are going to be sharp in hand. And if you find yourself going through much pain, much shit, just know that you are so bad, and the word of the nature is trying to make sure that you are sharpened like an arrow, to make sure that you're able to go from this point to the other point. If you're traveling by means of road, the car that you are traveling through must be with all the services that is needed for those wheel or the engine to run. Just remember, you had a vision and you need a car to drive you there, but this car has the ability to go ups and downs. It has the ability to meet some roads which are unpassable. It has the ability to pass roads which are very, 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 very rude. And that's why you find other cars have something we call off-road. Some cars you hear them, they are full gear. They have gears up to 10 gears, They have off-road wheels that are able to navigate through that tough road. So there is a lot of things that between your destination and where you are right now, you have to make sure that they are working together. There are so many things that you have to put in place. So if it is your relationship, make sure you have a straight relationship. There is these things that I read in the Bible as a book of reference. There's this guy that was called Joseph. Joseph was told, had visions. That's why I'm talking about visions. Visions from God that his brothers are going to bow down to him. That was in a dream. And he's going to be the leader of the whole nation of Israel. But if God told Joseph from the Bible, that you're going to go through pit, that your brothers are going to put you in a pit, your brothers are going to sell you, you are going to go to prison for you to become the governor of Egypt. If God told him that you're going to go all through this pain for you to become the governor or ruler of Egypt or Israel, I don't remember the country, but I know the lesson. If God told him that you're going to go through this shit, I swear that Joseph would not be willing to go through that process. But that was hidden from him, and the plan was he had to be put in a pit. He had to be sold. He had to go to prison for him to learn the ways that are going to make him superior. Going to make him a good leader. So what you're going through right now, just go back to your drawing board, have your vision in mind, know why you're going through this, understand the situation you are right now, understand what you need to attract, the people you need to put in your life, and have the best relationship that you can never have, because the relationship are going to propel you to the right direction. So if you are an entrepreneur and you want to have the best relationship, talk to people, have relationship of those people who are at where you want to be, and they are going to assist you to pull you up, to make sure that you are navigating through the right direction and you are doing the right things. If you cannot do that, make sure you trust your guts, have faith, work like you'll never work again, utilize time, because right now the only friend that you have is the time that you have. If you are young, that's the best time that you have. Don't use your time partying and wasting your life and having meaningless relationship. For me, I'm going to end any relationship that are not working out, are part of night destination. It hurts so much, but that's the way it's going to be. This is your man James. Salute, man. I'm out.